Hello, everyone. Welcome to the JuvoHub Podcast. My name is Jonathan Saar, and I am your host. We are continuing to produce more content with this fun podcast that I love. It gives me my creative outlet to talk to all of you amazing professionals today. And today's topic is about visual design and composition within your course content. So, what is involved? How do you make content that looks professional? And maybe you don't feel like you've got the scientific skills of a graphic designer, understanding some of the core principles when it comes to creating visuals. And that's okay. It's okay. We got to start somewhere. Let's take what you have done, look at it, and take some of the principles that we're going to talk about in today's show and just see where that can make some adjustments. Because the goal is, what can we do for our students? How can we make the experience pleasurable, beneficial, retainable? That's our focus. So design has a lot to do with it. So maybe open up an old PowerPoint presentation if you're a trainer. And this really applies to whether you're making an asynchronous course or if you're making a synchronous course. I want to make sure that that's really, really clear. A lot of you trainers, maybe you can chime in on this episode with your best tips and practices, because visuals are there for teaching effect, but they can also easily become a distraction, and then everything is lost in what you're doing for your presentation. Because if what you're teaching doesn't match what you are illustrating, the students, whether it's conscious or subconscious, they're going to be lost, and you don't want that. You want to reduce the distractions. You want to increase your retention. So take a look at something that you have made, and maybe at first it was, again, rushed. Maybe you didn't have a whole lot of time, and you're like, well, I'm just going to pick a template and use that. I'm just going to type in all of my text, all of my content, and then boom, okay, I got a presentation done. It was a template that was there with PowerPoint or some other tool that we use. Maybe we use something like Canva. It was fun. It looked cool. And I just added my text to it. Now, give it some thought now with your student in mind. Maybe you like it, but who is your target audience? Does the slide, does it make it easy to focus on the objective? Is it simple? Does each slide look different than the other? So like, say for instance, you're trying to create, you're leading your student along a path, and you've got your main points, your main items you want them to retain. And as you're going through your presentation, or as you're going through creating your content, you've got one slide that has reddish hues, and then the next slide has yellows and blues, and then the next slide has greens and purples, and so on and so forth. Subconsciously, that is really going to mess with your student's mind. So keep it simple. Come up with a palette, come up with a pattern, come up with something that is really simple, so that as you transition through your content, no matter what type it is, that they're going to be focused on what the objective is. So your visuals can add to what your teaching point is on a particular slide or on a particular piece of content. And as they move through that learning journey, they're not being distracted with something in the back of their mind with like, why did that change? Why did that move? Why is it one color now? Why is it this type of icon, and so forth? We want to eliminate that. So take it down, be intentional, get basic. Say yes to white space, say yes to simplicity, and give that a priority when it comes to any type of training content that you are making. And if you have any tips to share on what you are doing, we love, this is community. We want your feedback. So, share your thoughts, in the post on JuvoHub.com. Reach out to me. I would love to hear your feedback and be able to share it with our audience, because we're all here to learn. We're all learners. Even though we are in the learning profession, we want to help each other out. So that's your exercise. Take a look at something that's old, make it new, see what you can do to simplify, see what you can do to standardize it, brand it, so to speak, so that your students are not distracted by the visuals, but the visuals complement what it is that you are teaching. So what do you think? White space, good or bad? White space is good. Walk away with that. Look for ways to use more white space and take another good look. And when it comes to all of your training, as a trainer, you want to see that consistency too. So when you go from one course to another course that you're teaching, give some strong consideration to your overall branding, the look and feel. Does it match who you are? Does it match what you do? Does it match your other representations online of what it is that you teach? So just some nice tips to keep in mind. So thank you, everyone. Amazing community. Love you. Appreciate you so much for supporting this podcast. Again, my name is Jonathan Saar. Until next time, class dismissed.